heshima kwa bendera ya kikosi cha 5 cha jeshi letu la nchi kavu. Mkuu wa gwaride hivi sasa anaomba idhini kuondoa gwaride hii ya heshima uwanjani ili tu Mheshimiwa Rais atakapochukua nafasi yake kwenye jukwaa maalum. Ameshapewa idhini hiyo.
Because it's the band coming, the guard of honor is coming out. So this angle will work. This is if I bendera na hivi. Naona hizi bendera mbili hizi ndogo. Na watu wanapita kusema hivi. Hivi. Uko na bea ngapi? Niko na bea ngapi? Batteries. Niko na mbili ya I'll ask him. I'll just ask him. Sijali, I'll ask him. Officer, cheki. Wacha tu, ameenda chini, sawa.
Mheshimiwa Rais Mkuu wa gwaride hili ni Meja Joseph Mulei Wilwa. Anaibeba bendera ya fahari ya kikosi cha 5 jeshi letu la nchi kavu lilipewa daraja la pili Eric Miseti na Petro. Parade awesome. Kuara Tosewan wa Ruben Mariao. Kipindi cha pili inaongozwa na Captain David Liwana la Nyasunya.
Vale.
Basi Mheshimiwa Rais, hivi sasa naomba kwa heshima na ruhusa yako kumpisha Meja Jenerali Mwangi anayehusika na masuala ya operesheni na hali kadhalika mafunzo katika majeshi ya ulinzi ya Kenya aweze kuendelea na ratiba inayofuata. Meja Jenerali Mwangi sana.
That is a live feed from the Langata Barracks, where the head of state is officiating a groundbreaking ceremony for the sports complex and KDF Wellness Center. Of course, when he does make his speech, we'll be getting back to the Langata Barracks. Just in case you joined us, this is indeed KBC Channel 1 News Check, where today, of course, we are still taking out 2 or 3 things from the BBI report to make us understand better and see what could be adjusted to make the document even more better. And joining me in studio is Dr. Gertrude Musuruve, nominated senator, and of course a person living with a disability. And we are looking at the views or what should be factored in the final document so that the people living with disabilities also get a feel that they have also benefited from the handshake and the BBI report. Just before we go back to what we were talking about, somebody here called Ingala Londanga at Ilondanga talks about people with disabilities who are already left in the conversation. How do we support a document which already excludes us right from its inception? People with disabilities must demand representation and participation in all affairs. The minimum should be a representation from each county at the Senate, of course, perhaps at the National Assembly. Just the way you started talking about, you have been kind of left out, and even in the conversation during the Bomas launch on Monday, he's talking about participation and representation. They should demand. Actually, the word he used is demand. Okay. Perhaps we could go back, we could touch that on that as we go back to the empowerment, just as we had been talking about.
Yeah, just we were talking about the 35% going to the counties.
Yes.
And as I did mention, it is a very noble idea. Money needs to go, more money needs to go to the counties because then it will ensure service delivery. But what I was, suggesting that my thoughts is that even when money goes to the counties, there's need to ensure that a certain percentage is set aside for persons with disabilities, for the purpose of ensuring education for children with disabilities. And also mentioned that when it comes to education, it's supposed to be an equalizer, where we have the disparities that are there between the other people and persons with disabilities are closed. But when you go to the counties at the moment, you'll find that there are schools for children with disabilities that are neglected, they are in dilapidated state. And I remember at the Senate, we've been even interrogating governors to find out what they're doing with regard to children with disabilities in their counties. And there is much more that they need to do, because in some counties you find that they do not have special schools, and in some counties also you find that they do not have a program for children with disabilities. So even this money, when it goes to the counties, a percentage needs to be specified that even if it's 5% of this amount needs to go to programs for children with disabilities, and also TVETs, because TVETs are also there, and they're under county governments, but they need to be enriched so that from primary school, then children with disabilities who are not able to transit to universities can go to TVETs. It can be a win-win situation.
Yes. Just hold the thought. We are going straight back to the Langata Barracks, where the president is officiating a groundbreaking ceremony for a sports complex for our soldiers.
Sporting facilities go beyond the traditional sports mission to become an asset that will promote a culture of sportsmanship for the KDF personnel, dependents, and our partners. In addition, being co-located with the Defense Forces Wellness Center, the facility will provide therapeutic amenities needed to build resilience among our recuperating troops, thus easing the journey to recovery. Your Excellency, sir, it is now our pleasure to present to you some of KDF's leading sports icons representing those who will benefit from this complex, thereby enhancing their capacity to continue projecting the image of this great country through sports diplomacy. Karakyoko, please proceed.
Taekwondo, 10-46-25. Warrant Officer 1, Hastings Ngala. International coach and referee, level 1 for 13 years. Black belt, 3rd degree. Gold medalist, All African Games in South Africa, 1999. He is currently a member of the National Taekwondo Team Technical Bench. Athletics, 10-89-71, Sergeant Helen Obiri. Reigning world champion in 5,000 meters, reigning IAAF world cross-country champion, world champion in 3,000 meters, 5 times national champion in 5,000 meters, 16 times Diamond League champion in 5,000 meters. 13-61-39, Senior Private Vadik Cheruiyot. He is the reigning Kenya Defense Forces champion in 10,000 meters and a promising athlete. Javelin, 13-70-19, Senior Private Cynthia Chesebe, a bronze medalist in KDF and in national trials. Basketball, 94-0-47, Corporal Eric Mutoro. Captain, National Basketball Team, reigning Kenya Basketball Federation League champion, and named 2 times Most Valuable Player. 2 times East Africa Military Games and Cultural Event top scorer, and a gold medalist and top scorer in African Zone 5 with the national team. Boxing. 76-011, Corporal Nick Okoth. National team captain preparing for Tokyo Olympics 2020, gold medalist in Africa Championship in Congo Brazzaville, silver medalist in Tokyo 2020 Olympic qualifiers, and a gold medalist in boxing Zone 5. Ulinzi Football Stars, 66-331, Sergeant Benjamin Nyangweso, top scorer in Kenya Premier League. He's the current Ulinzi Stars coach, winner of Kenya Premier League 2010, and a 5-time winner in the East Africa Community Military Games and Cultural Event. 79-182, Corporal Mulinge Ndeto. Winner, Confederation of East and Central Africa Football Association (CECAFA) in 2013, Kenya Premier League champion 2010, assistant coach of Ulinzi Stars Football Club, 7-time winner, East Africa Community Military Games and Cultural Event. He has also played for the national team 65 times. Ulinzi Starlets Football Club, 91-84, Corporal Lucy Mohwana. Top scorer in the Nationwide Super League from 2016-2019. She is part of the national team playing at the Confederation of South Africa Football Association COSAFA tournament in Zimbabwe. Handball, 71-795, Senior Sergeant Alexina Ambani, 3-time gold medalist in all African Games with the national team, and the most valuable player in the Premier League for the year 2013-2014. She's a 6-time gold medalist, East African Community Military Games and Cultural Events. Netball, 96-470, Senior Private Deborah Hakula, 4 times gold medalist in Kenya Netball Premier League Championship. She has participated in the East Africa Community Military Games and Cultural Event, and she has played for the national team from 2016 to date. Volleyball, 15-42-18, Senior Private Veronica Kilabat, played for the national team under 20 since 2015 and is currently a national team member for the under 23 years and has been named the best setter. She's also a member of the national volleyball team from 2016 to date.
Lastly, I request the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, Chief of the Defense Forces, VCDF, and service commanders to accompany His Excellency to meet the project team at the model and thereafter proceed to the groundbreaking position. The Cabinet Secretary are invited to join the program.
Indeed, and in case you've just joined us, that was a live feed from the Langata Barracks. You do remember earlier on, I had alluded to the fact that the head of state is officially launching the sports center and wellness center at the barracks, and there we've seen at least 10 of the best in the Kenya Defense Forces when it comes to sports. And of course, Helen Obiri, one of the face that has been seen by many, including other countries. 15 times grand winner of the Diamond League. That is quite a feat. Of course, after the launch of the Wellness Center, the head of state is expected to make his address. So as you can see there, being flanked by other top military officials, he is being shown how perhaps a feel of how the Sports and Wellness Center will be looking like. And of course, he is also flanked by the Minister or the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, Monica Juma. Of course, the Kenya Defense Forces, being one of the best forces in Africa, has participated in many sports activities. And as you've had, teams like Ulinzi Stars have been champions for a while, and also champions of Kenya Premier League in the year 2010. And of course, discipline being one of the key factors that the military always is after when it comes to even sporting activities. Some of these athletes, remember, they just don't not only do they fly the flag of the Kenya Defense Forces, but also the flag of Kenya in sports like volleyball. We've seen soccer. We've also seen athletics, of which Kenya is a proud country when it comes to athletics prowess in the continent and also in the globe. Of course, the sports complex, as you can see from the pictures on your screen, more or less looks like a very big stadium that will also be taking care of soccer and volleyball, and also other faculties like the swimming. And we expect, of course, this to offer a big boost to the Kenya Defense Forces teams that always participate in not only the East Africa Military Games, but also the African military games and the world military games that take place. And of course, for the Africa sports, they are each year top 5 or even top 3. But in athletics, the country has shown prowess in the military games, as we have seen in a number of years.
Their offices. This is the battalion headquarters. We have places of worship. We have company offices and accommodation. That was the configuration then. We are now separating the different functions with the new development. So there are general stores for our assets, the motor transport yard. There are messes, parade ground. We also have schools for the children going from within the camp and from the outside. We have the primary school and the secondary school. So this being an outcome, our leadership has tried to progressively renew and redevelop the existing facilities, as we will see during the drive into the camp. Across the road, we also have married quarters for our service members. Your Excellency, at this point in time, let me acknowledge our predecessors who did this planning, setting aside a whole zone for the physical facility, leaving the hand open spaces for this kind of development like the one we shall be getting today, Your Excellency. And we shall endeavor, Your Excellency, to ensure that as well as we grant those open spaces, the green spaces as is necessary. Your Excellency, this phase of the development, this phase of the development involves the construction of the Ulinzi Sports Complex. And today, too, we shall be able to inaugurate the Defense Forces Wellness Center. So, in this phase, There's already an existing approach course for physical fitness that is free of the drug to go in. But we also have open grounds that are already in place. We shall develop this within this space to help support the main stadium. And so, in anticipation of the crowd that shall be attending the event here, we propose to have additional tickets, one next to the secondary school, Your Excellency, and the other off the southern bypass to the northeast. Your Excellency, the proposed religious sport complex, the best one of it, covers 35 acres. And consequently, during the next phases, we intend to develop an indoor game and a short-term. At the same time, within that phase, we can also be developing a sports village to support this particular study. Yes, sir, it is only that this study, unlike the rest, functions all round the year. Your Excellency, sir, in support of the National Government Development Program, the Minister of Defense authorized extraction of raw materials from this component to be used in the foundation of the southern bypass. But that time, Your Excellency, the understanding was that after the extraction, they shall backfill and levelized. But in the context of the Unity Sports Complex, that has changed because the quarry now is becoming, Your Excellency, a ground of technical importance. That is why we are placing the indoor shooting range therein and the short range therein for observance of the safety distances. Your Excellency. Your Excellency, may I now invite you to the next model. Your Excellency, Unity Sports Complex aims at enhancing our mission readiness at KDF as is desired by our leadership and by you, Your Excellency, as our Commander-in-Chief. That mission readiness shall be promoted by true physical fitness and nurturing of talent. So because I believe that the Lord is on the community. So the Lord is going to be very This is the main conflict. The authority of Father is very important. The two people is the temple speech. Who is the national father? Only the people, Raggi and Koki. Yes, very therapy. The finish shall be natural grass, and surrounding with Your Excellency is also world-class 8-track racing track. 8-lane racing track, Your Excellency, is positioned for field events, both for the solo event and for the dance event. Your Excellency, around the racing track, what defines the main stadium are the seating around the entire stadium, with the main pavilion being at the center. Yes, the main pavilion building, but the main podium shall be at the position of the next, dais where you are before you get here, Your Excellency. The capacity for this stadium, Your Excellency, is 7,700 persons. All these terraces are covered, and in them, we are hosting certain related functions. Now we are hosting solutions, we are hosting administrative offices, Your Excellency. We are also hosting certain emerging demands, like we have spaces for promotion of sports medicine. We shall have spaces for the promotion of small, medium, and big commercial enterprises that are related to sports. Your Excellency, the supporting infrastructure, sir, the main pavilion, Your Excellency, at the ground level, we have a VIP holding area. And on the two sides of the wing, at the ground level, are the ablutions, meeting rooms, and concession rooms. Your Excellency, the VIP podium is at the central part of the hospital, of the central part of this pavilion. For bandage viewing of events, the topmost level, Your Excellency, of these measures shall be occupied by the media and the security for vantage command of the area, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the support infrastructure to this main stadium includes the main public parking, the pedestrian entry points, the VIP driveway, parking on the drop-off points. Outside the main stadium, sir, we have additional sporting facilities, all which are being developed within this space. We have the outdoor basketball courts, we have the tennis courts, we have an indoor arena for those sports that are conducted indoor. Here we are talking of boxing, volleyball as well, Your Excellency, and even basketball. And last but not least, on this, Your Excellency, the swimming pool to World Olympics, the Olympic standards shall also be developed at this place, complete with the changing room. Your Excellency, we intend gradually and progressively to transform this into an aquatic center in the successive phases.
For the wellness center?
Yes, sir. Aquatic center for operations, training, and for the wellness center, Your Excellency. Herein, sir, form of some infrastructure that are already operational. We have the borehole with the water reservoir. Therein, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we move to the next model. Your Excellency, this model presents to you the linkage between the proposed sports complex and the Defense Forces Wellness Center. Sir, this is the proposed nature trail. It looks from both sides, and sir, it is the format of the interdependence of the sports complex and the wellness center. At the wellness center, through continuous care, most of those who are hosted here would now and again get out of confinement and move to interactive areas to the sports complex and along the recreational nature trail. Your Excellency, as we develop this nature trail, we'll keep it very natural, we'll tell it for the functions that we will serve, we shall create nodes of activity, and even part of the recreation of the quarry, sir, is to invent or to come up with new activities like the rock climbing. Your Excellency, we'll have open lawns, we'll have sitting areas, we'll have, this is a cliff of the quarry, this is quarry for rock climbing and other related activities, open lawns, areas for relaxation and physical fitness, family activities, Your Excellency, and we are privileged to border the Nairobi National Park, Your Excellency, and herein within this camp, there are certain wildlife that are moving or are within that are not harmful to the human. We intend to preserve that and reinforce, project them for enjoyment of this nature trail, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the total length of the nature trail is 2.3 kilometers, 1.1 and 1.1, Your Excellency, sir, this is the model for the Defense Forces Wellness Center. Your Your Excellency, you've been presented with this model before last year at the Nairobi International Trade Fair. Your Excellency, the only thing that has changed, and this, Your Excellency, shall be inaugurated today. You see its complete state, complete and operational state. The only thing that has changed is the swimming pool, which are no longer be developed on this ground. We are going to do it at the Unity Sports Complex for that desirable interactivity, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, in conclusion, the objective of the Unity Sports Complex and the event process there is to provide an all-rounded healing and wellness solution to the KDF franchise. As is now, I now invite you to watch a short video clip of how the Unity Sports Complex shall look like at completion. Your Excellency.
Barracks.